Who's that down there? Is that the birthday boy? T-Rex? Is it your birthday? It is. May 26th, 2017. T-Rex came into this world and was gifted to us at Wessagusset Beach about 2 months later. And now he's roaming the side hills of Cape Cod in Dennis, Massachusetts, where we have a low cloud. We've got a dew point issue today. When I checked the map this morning, it slept late, about 9:15. It was the temperature and dew point of 57. The black number, the temperature, the blue number, the dew point. And you can see it's stuck together, 57, 57 in Falmouth, 61, 61 in P-Town. So it's a low cloud. And there's more than that, too. There's a front that came into New England and stalled. Kind of surprised how much rain came down near Boston this morning. Oh, listen to the birds. Did you hear the birds start singing when the moon came up last night? Jeff Eldridge and I did. We were outside by the fire, right over there. Anyhow, this is a front that's come in, and it's weakening, and the rain has moved offshore, but this cloud is fairly thick now. It'll thin out. Spots of sunshine are possible here on Cape Cod. A lot of New England is turning mostly sunny. These birds are loud. You know what this stuff is right here? Wild cranberry. It's been here forever and it doesn't expand. It just sits there. A lot of erosion last winter with the rainfall down in here. Same hill I grew up on. You know all about this, South Dennis. Wow, those birds loud. I think I hear sparrows, Carolina wren, robins, everything. So suddenly summer, day 6, started back on Tuesday. And there's a lot of summer weather. I mean, look at the satellite imagery right here. And a lot of sunshine. Cape Cod is going to be tough, though, with the wind out of the south-southeast. We may have this low cloud, especially on the south side. So if you're looking for beaches on the Cape, I always say head north. Better chance for a sunshine, say at Mayflower Beach than West Dennis Beach on a day like today. And you can always go to Sundancers, plug in Sundancers, and the restaurants, and all the restaurants are open. Pretty busy here on Cape Cod all of a sudden. It's shocking, right? Memorial Day weekend. And we had so many nice days in a row, so something had to give. There's a really terrible storm in the middle of the nation. Frankie Shepard, he's a weather spotter, and he didn't have to go looking for a weather chaser rather. He didn't have to go chasing last night, unfortunately. A tornado came right through his community in Rogers, Arkansas, and left this kind of damage. He went out and surveyed the scene this morning. That's just horrifying. It was the heart of the severe weather yesterday, right there in the Arklatex, is that what you call it, where Oklahoma and Texas and Arkansas all kind of come together. Anomalous cold coming through the northwestern, the Rockies, and then anomalous warmth and humidity in the eastern United States, southeastern United States, and that's the clash of air masses that results in this kind of horrifying damage. Even without one of the tornadoes, there was a wind gust to 86 miles an hour just in a thunderstorm. And so little of that's going to come in our direction. We're going to get another piece of that. The one we got last night was also a kind of a piece of really strong weather that came out of the middle of the nation. And I was surprised to see a third of an inch of rain this morning in Lexington, Massachusetts. That'll rinse off the pollen nicely. We could use a little here. Our oaks on Cape Cod are finally dropping their catkins. So our oak pollen, we can rinse it away. And will we get a rinse today? Well, what's happened? This is a warm front, more of a humid front, really, right over New England. So the nice dry, lower humidity air is gone for a few days. And with the dew point climbing from the 50s to the 60s and the ocean water temperature to our south in the 50s, it's going to be hard to lose the low clouds and fog. So we're not going to see too much more sunshine in Cape Cod for our Memorial Day weekend. But it's not a washout. Here's the HRR. The high-resolution rapid refresh. It's taking me on a long walk over here. And it shows a spot shower and a thunderstorm this afternoon. So most of us are dry, but where it does rain, it could really pour, really wash that pollen down the drain. Tiny little gully washers, just kind of not moving very much. Not a lot of flow up in the sky. And those decay overnight. More fog comes in, low clouds to start tomorrow. I think most of our Memorial Day ceremonies are between about 9 and 11 here on Dennisport. We're going to have one at 10 a.m. At the Mike Stacy Park in Dennisport. It'll probably be kind of gray, but probably dry. And then in Weymouth, there's a parade from Jackson Square at 9:30 to a ceremony at Town Hall at 11 a.m. And again, I think that will be dry. The sun may be out. It's very sticky. So last night on the drier side of the front, it was almost chilly. And now this morning, you can feel the humidity, excuse me, And the pollen. We haven't rinsed the pollen here in a while. Can we admire this asparagus for a moment while I try not to cough? And remember the potatoes we found in the garden here a couple days ago? Excuse me. There's almost a meal right there. And we can dig up the potatoes and those asparagus and put them on with some eggs. Hey, Kevin, you want to make some egg and asparagus and potato omelet this morning? Oh, you know what it is? Also, there's some fertilizer there. I'm inhaling some of that fertilizer. Let's get away from the asparagus. Pardon me. Come over here. Breathe. One take. One take, Tim. Now, if you're on TV and this happens, someone runs over and hands you a glass of water. I don't have an assistant. T-Rex, I need some water. Going forward, the best of our weekend is behind us. It's not a washout by any means. There's the clearing sky coming into southeastern New England, but it's going to be tough to erode the lowest layer of moisture here on the south side of Cape Cod. But for most of us, it's another nice day with temperatures again near 80. Tomorrow, mostly dry. Still some scattered showers and a thunderstorm back to that HRR. And there they are, mostly hit or miss until late in the day. And then they come in from the west. And it looks mostly like tomorrow night, the heaviest weather. Let's go to the Euro. The lower 48, big picture. And not too much change here. It looks like Tuesday we may start off gray and then improving weather Tuesday afternoon. Not too cold. And then it'll be much less humid later Tuesday. And then it's going to be Wednesday. A new low is going to form on a front to our south. And that looks like it should bring some pretty chilly, wet weather to parts of central and southern New England here. Wednesday night, Thursday, picking back up in that backdoor cold front rhythm we've had for so many weeks in a row, except for this just past one, with cooler air coming in and wet weather Thursday. But it's really cleaned up its act now for what's supposed to happen next Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I said, it looks unlikely that that low is going to stall out and just sit there. But we do see the 540 cutoff just in southeastern Canada, but the low pressure at the surface is scheduled now by the Euro to move offshore by next weekend, which makes a lot of sense. We've seen that so many weeks in a row, where it threatens us with a weekend wetness and then it just disappears. And that looks like it's going to happen again for next week. And if this is right, and I tend to believe this a lot more than I did the last couple of runs, the last couple of days. And then Sunday night, another front comes in. So that's kind of a rhythm we're on right now, where a Sunday night and a Monday, you get a front. And then you go back into nice Tuesdays. So that's the early estimate. All right, so the weather's not terrible. It's kind of classic May weather. Late May weather. Hope you're enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. Obviously, sunburn factor here on Cape Cod is a lot lower, but not a lot going on, not too much wind. Fagawa yesterday had to be started an hour late because there was no wind on Nantucket Sound, and the sailboats will be coming back tomorrow, and it'll be a more gusty wind from the south-southeast, probably in the order of 15 to 20. I came down to Cape Cod yesterday celebrating William Albert Kelley's birthday a couple days ago, and dogs playing around, that new dog, what's the name, Coco, running around in circles on the other side of the pond here. And it's always fun to watch the dogs and see the family. And Mackenzie, our new grandniece, got to meet Mackenzie yesterday. Congratulations. And Matthew and Beth and Mackenzie.
Kelley.
It's special to have a baby in the family. And so I'll leave you with that. And also a sunset shot from Jeffrey Davis down on the beach as the sun was going down here in Fallons Pond. Jeffrey Davis, Lemieux, the best, Eldred, the king, of taking pictures at sunset on Fallons Pond. Thank you. And thank you, and you, and you, green grass and pollen on Cape Cod. And a very patient T-Rex. Happy birthday to T-Rex. You can just lay in bed all day or eat whatever you want. No rules today. Talk to you tomorrow. Oh, what a pretty day. Huh, Steve? It's noontime. Was that your tail on top of Mitt's head? Anyhow, time to get back on the road. Let's drive away from here and get on some Route 3 traffic. Oh, yeah. After all, who would want to just stick around here? What is there to see here? Just heavy industry going by. No, much rather be on Route 3. Headed to another pretty Pretty special place. Work barge. No engine. I forget what it's called when the tugboat plugs into the back of it to propel it. I know there's a word for it. Hello, friends in Quincy. Hello, friends on Route 3 South to Cape Cod. Well, one thing about going late in the day, it's not that bad compared to yesterday or early this morning, I guess. 1,022 times over the bridge. There's like 20 boats in the canal right now. We just had a tangle with a puppy and a T-Rex, but I'm trying to chill out here. Almost ready to chill out.
Is it because he's a puppy or because...
You come here. What's your dog?
You never had a big egg?
The wing goes up. Wait.
Got it.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Willie. Happy birthday to you.
Aren't you just the chillest, Coco? What? You want a little belly rub? Is that what you're saying? I give belly rubs. Oh, I hear ya. Is this not the best Memorial Day Saturday you've ever had? Oh, what? It's your first Memorial Day Saturday ever? Well, then I think that qualifies. They're not all this nice, I gotta tell you that. There's Fallon's Pond, Bass River. No place else on earth I'd rather be. We're on the Yarmouth side, looking over towards Dennis this time. Actually, that's still Yarmouth over there. Dennis is right behind those trees. Wow, there's a lot of commotion around here. And then look at Janet.
Yeah,
I have to announce her parents. I'm kidding. That's Mackenzie.
All right.
Well, you'll be able to use that.
It's force punching. Everything happens all at the same time. You get to meet baby Mackenzie, William's birthday, and Kevin just showed up. So, one thing at a time. Well, at least we know where the love is.
Oh my gosh, that might be kind of cool wearing it out for your 21st birthday, though.
Wow.
Right. Thank you.
Where's the rest of it?
Where's the rest of it? What's going on in there? Rex? What are you doing? Oh, you're just making yourself a little bed in there? All right, we'll see you later. Bye. Who's that? Who's that? Good boy, Rex. That one's a little faster than you. Good try. Rex's legs are only 4 inches long. This other one's like 12 inches. That's 3 times longer. That's it's about 24 inches more of leg. Uh-oh, Rex is losing his patience. This is a Bass River baptism. Mackenzie, Kelley. Didn't even wince. Doesn't even.
Nope. Little water baby. He loves it. Hey, Ken.
That's it. Bass River before the age of 6 months.
Yeah, 4 months, 4.5 months.
What's Mackenzie's middle name again?
Ann.
Mackenzie Ann Kelley. Toes in the water at the age of 4 months. We'll have you water skiing out here in no time. So we're on the Yarmouth side of the pond, and you can't really see our house, but you can see our tallest tree. That's the poplar tree. The poplar tree that you see in the video when I go out the door from the Bass River. We'll show that here in the morning. That's the tree I was talking about from the other side of the pond. It's a poplar. It's very big. All the trees have gotten very big. Our view was a lot better when I was a little boy. Those oaks are supersized. All right. The sun is setting so far to the north now we can't really see it from this house. So just let it go with these clouds coming in on the front side of a warm front, which is actually more like a humid front. And the oak fighting the pests coming on strong. And so was the pollen and the beautiful bridal wreath. Thanks for watching. Memorial Day. Timing of the weather very challenging, but we'll be here first thing tomorrow with another forecast, out the door, weather, and more.